And now, for the most famous words in motorsport.
Drivers, start your engines!
They come down to the line, green flag goes in the air, 2 by 2 as they head off into turn number 1.
This is Cal Norton Jr. and this is Ricky Bobby, and you're watching Flying Aces YouTube channel. Wow.
Good evening, everybody. Happy weekend. Friday is upon us. The weekend is here. Let's celebrate with 2 big races this evening. Race 1, that is. We're going to IndyCar racing, and we're at Pocono. IndyCars at Pocono, 25 laps, open to the first 15 competitors that wants to run. Hop on in. We'll have ourselves a good time. Race number 2 tonight. We have just finished, actually last night, but we did finish the Prime Video Earnhardt documentary, and that's got me fired up for some 1987s at the 2008 version of Daytona. So race number 2, we're going 1987s at Daytona, the classic version of Daytona. So should be a fun night. We'll keep our eye on the truck race in Nashville that is starting here in about an hour. And we're going to have ourselves a good time this evening. I want to thank you guys for tuning in, such as Aaron Allman, our pole sitter, Daniel Berry, Sports Highlight, and Ogre. They call him Bruce Lignell in real life. We call him Ogre here on the channel. Before we get moving too far along, I have to say thank you to these guys, these gals, who help support this channel. Stay caught up on our racing schedule at _FlyingAces on X or on Discord. There's a link in the description below. Need race-winning open setups on iRacing? Check out the official Coca-Cola iRacing NASCAR setup supplier at McConey Setup Shop. Save 10% off your order with promo code FlyingAcesTV. I want to thank RaceLab for providing us with our live stream standings, track map, and other useful racing widgets. If you're a live streamer or simply a sim racer, check out RaceLab. Looking for NASCAR diecast or NASCAR merchandise? Check out Plan B Sales or Circle B Diecast. Save $5 off your order of $30 or more with the promo code FlyingAcesTV. You could walk away with $100 tonight, courtesy of Buddy Steele and Miss Mandy's Christian Daycare in Brandon, Mississippi. Drivers must win 2 races, have the Team Racers for Christ or a similar faith-based logo on both race-winning cars, and have an I rating of 3,000 or less at tonight's feature race to win the prize. And that's exactly how you could win $100, courtesy of Buddy Steele and Miss Mandy's Christian Daycare down there in that Brandon, Mississippi. Marcolian, good evening to you. It's Friday night. I don't need to say it, but you know it. Daryl Howell is here. The party can begin. Good evening to you, Daryl. Michael Smithy, and of course, 2X Motorsports. It is West Polly. Guys, gals, let's head on out here to Pocono. Oh, not that screen. My sincerest apologies. Wrong button. You'd think as long as I've been able to been doing this, I would be able to know which buttons to push, but no, of course not. Of course not. We are in the Dallara IR-18. We're going 25 laps here in the Pocono Mountains of Pennsylvania. Your password is Tricky Triangle if you want to join us. High speed with a lot of finesse.
Then 14 is the fastest car on the track, 42.082.
Stay out of that wall. There we go. Also, I'm halfway through the NASCAR Full Speed Season 2. I'd actually forgotten that Season 2 had released back in, I don't know, what was it, March? Am I going to make that? Yeah. And just had not watched it, but I'm halfway through that. It's been pretty good so far. If you haven't seen it on the Netflix. Spoiler alert, Joey Logano wins his 3rd championship. See what lap time that comes in at. 42.206. That ain't bad. Matthew Wright, currently our de facto pole sitter up on top of the practice charts. It does feel good to be back on iRacing. We had to take off 3 days. Actually forgot what I was doing on Tuesday, but it was important, whatever it was.
RaceLab, that last class.
42.181. Wednesday night I didn't get home till upwards of 9 o'clock. And then yesterday, my beloved wife had some gallbladder surgery. She is all good now, but we had to tend to her last night. Didn't get home until late anyway, so no way I could have raced yesterday. And here we are tonight, IndyCar racing at Pocono. Car feels really good with nobody in front of me. That will all go out the window, of course, when cars are in front of me. We do have a qualifying setup. I do not have it in. I got the race set up for this practice session. Oh, you don't want to clip that. That would not totally ruin my race. I think we're good there. Hey, iRacing 413, everybody. Logano wins 3rd championship. Yeah, right. True statement. True statement. Go check it out. Go check it out. It's on the Netflix. Language, please. 3 wide. Martin Fallon, everybody. 1987's at Daytona. Best combo in iRacing. It's good. I don't know about best, but it's daggone good. We're excited to put that show on this evening. How many guys we got in here? 2, 4, 6. Got 8 drivers out of up to 15. We got about 7 minutes remaining. See if we can't go out here and get in a draft with somebody. I got a speeding penalty. It's only like 45 miles per hour. It's 55. I lied to you. I just flat out lied to you. It's 55, not 45. Yeah, as I mentioned earlier, the Earnhardt documentary, fantastic.
If I pull right up tight to you down and just follow along, will we go faster to get?
Did not quite make out what Buster.
I didn't hear you, Buster.
Okay, Dan didn't either.
If I follow you right close, will we gain speed as group?
You should.
Like, can we kind of grasp close together?
Yes, Buster, that is confirmed.
Yeah, Buster.
I'm going to have to roll out with a car in front of you.
The only time I drive this car really is when I'm driving to do this.
It's going to be in 5th gear or some, it seems, in traffic. So we'll have to adjust that weight jacker.
Is the fastest car on the racetrack. 42.048.
I went up several clicks on it. Trying to loosen the rear end of the car up a bit. Too much.
Oh man, all right. Can you?
I think the weight jacker call was good. Just too much dirty air. I thought I was going to be able to make this, and I just did not. All right, let's take a look at these cars that we're going to compete against this evening. That, of course, is my machine, the number 17 Smith & Wesson entry. This guy needs no introduction, boys. You know that guy. That's Dirty Dan Taylor. That Camus, I think it is Camus. Is that French? I'm not sure. That is Bruce Lignell. The Blue Angels entry, that, of course, is Matthew Wright. ARCA Series crew chief, Matthew Wright. That 102 is Buster Malcolm tonight in the Audubon Society machine with a lot of animals on it. Good-looking piece. That car is the Richard Robb entry from our Indianapolis 500. He ran last week. That Freightliner, it's a good-looking piece. That is William Johnson. And this Mobile One car belongs to the good Dr. John Creighton. The Carvana entry is Aaron Allman. And then there is me, of course, spun around here at the Pocono. All right, we have about, looks like about 2 minutes remaining. 2 minutes remaining. And Joe Francis has joined us. Bruce Lignell has joined us. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 cars. Still got room for 5 more if anybody wants to join in this evening. Jimmy, J.C. Coker, everybody. Pocono is a hard track, no doubt. It is difficult. It's not too bad. Not too bad here in the IndyCar. It's not too bad. Let's go ahead and just go live. We'll put it on TV camera 1. There we go. We'll just follow some of these cars out randomly and get over here in the chat. Let's see here. iRacing Logano wins his 3rd champion. We already talked about that. In Pocono, it is in the stock cars. It is in the stock cars. Not so much in the Indy cars. You're basically full throttle as long as you can because there's a lot of downforce in these cars. As long as your car will stick, you can stay in the throttle. You get behind somebody in dirty air, it's going to be tough. Looks like Buster Malcolm bringing her onto the pit road. I never checked the fuel. Let's check the fuel on these. We're 30 laps. I think we're going to be okay and not have to pit for fuel. $20 on the weight jacker. Let's try it. William Johnson is asking in our in-race messaging, is 20 too high? I'm at 6. Let's just try 20. We may need 20. I don't know. If you can handle it, then I'm sure it's good. Smoking Joe Francis has joined us. Actually doesn't feel too bad.
On the bottom, real slow.
She certainly turns, I know that. with the plus positive 20 on the weight jacker. All right, it's time to go qualifying.
Blowing on the bottom.
Not going to be able to finish this lap. I'd like to see how it gets through turn 3. I'm not going to be able to. Let's just go qualify. See what we can do here. We do have the Pocono qualifying setup in. We only have the primary tire as an option. Just go see how she does. I'm going to stick with that 20, I do believe, on the weight jacker. It felt good. Of course, it's going to be a little bit lighter with the fuel, or lack of fuel. I'm going to go to a 10 and see how that behaves. Aaron Allman heading to Pocono for the Cup Series race.
Green.
All right, here we go.
Hey, man,
2
got
laps
a couple good
qualifying.
ones here.
Hey, Spasm is with us. Yes, sir. Absolutely. Direct Drive Motorsports, boys. That is Billy Sigmund. Billy Sigmund. It's about as good a lap as I can possibly turn.
Here in a couple.
I feel like I hit every mark. The 41.864. Got a little bit more out of 1 right there. Feel like I nailed the tunnel turn. And turn 3 wasn't bad. It's as good as I can possibly do. If anybody beats me out, it will be tenths of, probably hundredths of seconds.
Took a flag in the hand out here.
42.8, so 42.008. Lap 1's your hot one. Let's go ahead and pit it in. Dang, Dirty Dan Taylor in the 7.773. He nailed it. Joe Francis, the 7.73. Hey, Walter Barnes, everybody. Sir Walter Barnes.
Look at that. New channel member. Thank you.
I just don't
Good
think
evening
it's
to
wise
you,
for us to do
Walter.
right now.
Happy Friday. All right, the dirty one. Currently our pole sitter. Let's go out here and watch these guys live. If anybody else is on the track. Here we go, waiting on Richard Robb. He's going to qualify, I do believe. Richard normally doesn't qualify. At least he is graded up to qualify. Oh, he's already qualified, sorry. 42, and then Doc Creighton is yet to qualify. He's got 54 seconds remaining. Richard is just sitting there. How many laps did he turn? He's only done 1 qualifying lap. Okay, so 42.2, pretty decent, pretty decent. It's like all of us are stacked on top of each other within a half second off. So, should be a pretty fun race. I would love to say there's not going to be any cautions, but very well could be. Very well. Last call here. Tricky Triangle, your password. Got room for 5 more drivers if anybody is wanting in last minute. Tricky Triangle is your password. And Dirty Dan Taylor is going to grab the pole. I bet Doc Creighton's going to probably start at the back of the pack. Probably not a bad move, truth be told. JS Avenger boys. Pocono is my worst track, and that's the secret. Is my worst track. What's the secret? Try to hit the apex on all 3 corners. Try to hit the apex on all 3 corners. Simple as that. Now, can I do it? It's difficult. It's difficult, but that is the secret. Great champion. Good evening to you, man. All right, let's make sure our fix setup is in. It is indeed in. I'll trust all that steering pinion, brake pressure, steering offset. I will trust all that to the people who set up this setup. Okay, I always like to get it back onto my name because if I wreck, I like to go see what happened, and it's a lot easier to find, especially if I'm on pit road. All right. So I think we got 1 extra set of tires, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 1 extra set, 100% fuel, single file restarts, all that good stuff.
179. Earl, just another quick one here. Obviously, once he gets
nice lap,
to the
Dan.
road
Very
here,
nice lap.
on the front stretch, that'll be the best time for me to try to talk to him. So just every other lap or so, you might give me an opportunity to get in there if it's not too crazy. All right.
You nailed it.
Be ready.
So 25 laps, a faster pair, 100% fuel, single file restarts, and 1 extra set of tires. That is.
Well, I hardly ever drive these things, so I'll probably be a weapon out there, so watch yourselves.
You'll be fine, Buster. Now, which weight jacker setting
We are going to roll.
do we want
We
to
have
start
1
off
set of
with?
tires.
I'm going to start off with that 10 and see how it behaves in traffic. Gentlemen, we got 25 laps of racing action. We have a faster pair. We have 100% fuel, 1 additional set of
We got
tires,
1 more set of tires.
and single file restarts.
We're on 1 to
Lucky
go.
Dog and Wave
You will
Around
be
is on
the bottom
for this one.
time.
Let's have a good time this
Close.
evening. Best of luck to all competitors. So we're right at 30 laps of fuel. 30.1 is what it's showing. That's 18.5 gallons. Out the right side, we're looking at Joe Francis in the United States Air Force machine. To the inside, we're looking at the wall. And we do have the Chevrolet Pace Truck this evening for this IndyCar event. Ooh, JS Avenger, 3 wins in the official races last week. That is awesome. Yeah, I agree, Aaron. The IndyCar in Pocono is a great combination. It's a dangerous track, man, to compete on in real life, of course. Thank you, Michael Smithy. All right. Got our belts pulled tight.
All right, Earl. Let's do it.
Eyes
Right on.
forward. Hands are at 10 and 2. And the restart zone, I believe, is on if
Pace car's off. Be
IndyCar
ready.
rules allows it.
Green flag. Outside. Still outside on your quarter. Still outside. Working the outside. Clear, clear, clear. Good, stay on it. Inside, outside, inside, in and out. Still there, door, outside only. Still there on your quarter, outside. Still outside. And clear. Outside. Clear.
About wiped out, that would have been William Johnson, about wiped him out. Had to hit the brakes. Literally had to hit the brakes. Just want to stay out of the wall for obvious reasons.
Outside. Still outside. Clear high. Good lap.
Working lap number 4, the scheduled 25. Notice all the other guys are going way high in 3.
Good, man. That's what you've been searching for.
Trying to get the clean air, I'm assuming.
Great lap, that last lap.
William Johnson's made it up to 3rd. Aaron Allman, our race leader. P2 is Joe Francis.
Leader's running 42.165. Let's go, man. You picked it up a little bit. Looking good. P4 is the fastest car on the racetrack. 41.651. Good, man. That's what you've been searching for.
We're getting there. feel like Dan and William and myself closing in on those top three a little bit. Getting closer and closer to that turn 3 wall.
Working the top. Still out there at the door. Clear, clear, clear. Working the bottom. Still there. Clear low if you need it.
As I back clip that apron.
Alright, let's snap on her, buddy. You can do it. The gap is 1. Outside. Still outside. Clear.
Nice pass by Buster Malcolm. He just took my lunch money.
Coming up on us, catch us a couple tenths a lap. The gap is 5.7. Find it, buddy. Find that line, man.
We got it, Chad. Relax.
1.3. This is an update. Fast guys are running 42.002. At 79 is the leader. That's it, man. No pressure on the back. The gap is 6.3.
Hoping those guys up front are just abusing their tires.
The 10 is the leader.
Joe Francis has overtaken the race lead. Michael Gregory, good evening to you. Happy weekend.
About 10 more.
We have been green from the start of the race.
good job. Nothing out back. The gap, 6.9. Doing a good job. You're doing a good job. The 79 is the leader. Get them. Do it. The interval is 1.3. T4 is the fastest car on the track. 41.64.
Matthew Wright is the fastest car on the track.
No pressure out the back. The gap is 7.7. So you know, fast guys are running 41.985. Fastest car on the track. Nice and smooth, buddy.
Working lap number 19 of 25. We're giving it all we've got, Spasm. All we've got. Thing is, everybody else is too.
You can find it, buddy. Find that line, man. The interval is 1.1. Five more times, man. 5 more. Not bad. Keep it up. The 10 is the leader.
Everybody else driving a really good race. If you are just tuning in, we're going to Daytona here in just a few moments. We'll run the Legend 1987 Winston Cup cars. We've had a heck of a battle for P1. Joe Francis, Aaron Allman, Matthew Wright, right there. Three laps to go at the line.
P3 is the fastest car on the racetrack. 41.518. You can get them. You can do it. The gap is 1.9. Coming up on this little couple tenths of lap behind you. The gap, 7.1. 2 more, let's go.
2 laps. And they have pulled away from me. Had to roll out too much, I think.
Come on, bud. You can do it, man. The interval is 3.2. White flag this time.
This will be it.
Leaders are running 42.08. Coming up on us a little, couple tenths of lap behind you. The gap is 6.4. The 10th is the leader.
Joe Francis, Aaron Allman, William Johnson now fighting for the lead. I agree, William. I agree. They used to.
They're pitting in front of you.
Well, that will be it. Nice win, Aaron. Aaron Allman at the line.
Check the flag, boss. Good work, everybody. Man, you did a great job. I really thought we had something for him.
Well, we had a good card, Chad. We had a good card, Chad.
You might want to check that. That should help you.
Watching now. All right, here we go. We'll put it on chase mode. Got a 4-wide battle. Now it becomes 2. You got Aaron Allman in the Freightliner, Delara.
What the heck, Dad?
Joe Francis in the United States Air Force, Delara.
Yeah, paying attention.
Here they come, the final time up out of turn 3. Oh my, what happens?
Good race, Dad.
They touch! They touch! That was William Johnson. Holy cow. Holy cow. So we know what happens here. This is not Aaron Allman on the inside. This is William Johnson and Joe Francis. He just barely touched. William goes around. Joe is able to correct the car. However, not able to stay in the throttle. And here you go. Aaron Allman in the Carvana machine. Eyes lights up as he takes the race win. That was a great finish. That was a great finish. Was Aaron Allman our race winner tonight in the Carvana entry. Let's see if he did any burnouts. Let's rewind it just a bit. Here we go.
For the record, I did stay in the throttle.
It was close. It was a close finish. He did. So Joe did stay in the throttle. I thought he had to lift out of the throttle. He did stay in it. He and William racing door to door. You would expect nothing less on the final lap. That, of course, is going to be our race-winning photograph. That is Aaron Allman. And you've got Martin Fallon up here in the flag stand waving that checkered flag. Got some nose damage. We'll turn the camera around here just a bit and not include that wing. Aaron Allman, our race winner this evening. We're going to get Martin Fallon, the flag-waving son of a gun extraordinaire, in this race-winning photograph. Let me save this picture. Congratulations goes out to Aaron Allman in the Carvana number 79 car. And, of course, our race winner, we're going to look at top 5. You got Joe Francis, who did finish in the second spot. Matthew Wright brought it home in third in the Blue Angels machine. Buster Malcolm, a good run there in fourth place. And Dirty Dan Taylor, Death Taxes and Dirty Dan finishing top 5 at Pocono. 3 things in life you can bank on. But Aaron Allman tonight is our race winner here at Pocono. A good time. A good time was had by all, I do believe. I had no cautions. Race went green all the way. A spectacular job by these drivers and a lot of fun. All right, it is that time. Let's get things set up, Spasm. We're going to Daytona, and we're going to be in the 1987s. Hey, Jason Long, good evening to you. A full-length IndyCar race. That would be fun. That would be fun indeed. Couldn't agree more. All right, let's get this race going. Let me figure out what the password is. I know the password. Lord have mercy. I know this password. There we go. Absolutely. We'll set that baby to start now. If we have to run a heat race, it would be an 8-lapper. We have 20 minutes of practice, 2 laps of qualifying, and 8 laps for any potential heat race. All of us have 2 additional sets of tires with 75% fuel. Okay. Daytona, the 2008 version, the bumpy Daytona. That's the way I like my Daytona. I like the bumpy Daytona. The restart zone is off. You cannot have the restart zone on this track. 1 green-white checkered if need be. Of course, wave rounds and lucky dogs are on. We are going to race at 2 o'clock sim time in the heat of the day. At 83 degrees, partly cloudy skies is what they tell me. That's what the weather forecast says. All right. Let's go up here and set this thing to start now, and bam. We'll put this baby out in the queue. That was a good race, Aaron. Side by side with Joe for pretty much all of it. Yeah, 2 or 3 times you had a third or even fourth car getting on your all's rear ends. You did a great job. All right. Let's get things set up here. We'll put on the old oval racing rim. Should have worn my Dale hat tonight, but I didn't. Again, if you're just tuning in, finished watching the Earnhardt documentary on Amazon Prime Video. Really got me in the mood to run these 87s, so I'm fired up about that. Let me go change our background screen for the race. We got that taken care of. When I get in here, we'll throw up the password. Looking at our race sheet tonight, we have at the moment 3 drivers taking a race credit into this one. Myself makes 4. We'll go top 15 finishers from any potential heat race. That would give us a 19-car field this evening. We'll see how many join and adjust from there if need be. Do we run the heat race? Do we not? We'll find out. Yeah, Bruce, Aaron did a great job, did he not? Did a really good job. All right. Let's go over here and set our software before we even get into the race, and we'll be all set. Good deal, good deal. So the race still hasn't went hot on my version of iRacing. We'll wait on that baby to go live. We'll throw up that password. And if you want to join us tonight, 1987s at the old Daytona, it should be a fun time. Should be. Last time we raced the old Daytona was Warren Keith's New Year's Eve Bash. And it has went live. Boys, this password, if you don't know it already, if you're a channel member or Twitch sub, you know the password already. But if you don't know it already, you could probably guess this one. Let me make sure I get in. There we go. Your password tonight, ladies, gentlemen, is 3 for Dale. You dadgum right. Doing it for Dale tonight. Again, on that documentary, if you haven't seen it yet, it is well worth your watch. Got a little bit of adult language in it. So if you're around some kiddos, you might want to. It's not over the top. It's not extremely terrible, but it's the first time I've really seen Dale Jr. emotional over his dad's death. I did not know that Kelly and Dale were not talking. I think she said 3 weeks before his death, the last time they spoke. You hate to hear stuff like that, but oh man, good stuff. Great documentary. Great documentary. Each episode, I think there's only 4, but each episode is like an hour and 10 minutes long, hour and 5 minutes. It's a good one. Oh man. So we went and painted a Smith & Wesson machine for this. Realized today I didn't have a Smith & Wesson. I guess we hadn't ran the 1987s in forever. I think that should do it there. Really don't know a whole lot. I don't drive these cars a lot. But I do know they're fun. One thing you got to remember, they are hard to upshift. So again, we got 3 race credit drivers, myself making 4. Top 15 finishers will be 19. So we need 20 cars before we run a heat race. If you're new to the channel, 16 cars, that would be 15 drivers and myself, is what our features are. And if anybody wants to use a race credit to get in, they are more than welcome to do so. Car feels good. Don't have to roll out. 1, this track is real bumpy right through 1 and 2. But 2, you're just carrying so much speed you cannot. I mean, I guess you could go full throttle if you really wanted to push it. You're going to scorch your tires. It's a 60 lap feature. We're going to have 2 additional set of tires. We're at 206 as we enter turn 1. Trying to stay above the bumps. .205 down here.
At 51 is the fastest car on the racetrack. 44.4. 2, 2.
You driving a quarter car, JW?
What's that, Mark? I'm sorry.
You driving a quarters car, or is my
Good lap.
trading
Good job.
paint's not working?
Should be a Smith & Wesson car. Your trading paints
At
may
9
not be
is
loaded
the
yet.
fastest car on
It's
the
a new
track.
paint, so it may take a while to download.
43.8.
What color was my car when you went by?
Purple?
Yeah,
Side.
plum crazy.
Right on.
Side.
Well, there goes Tim Richmond. Jason Marshall entry. That's what I love about running these 87s, those classic throwback schemes.
Slow one on the bottom. I don't know what happened to him.
Car really pushes up out of 4.
At
Boy,
102
this is like
is the
riding a
fastest car on the
Bronco.
racetrack.
Yeah, it is.
43.447. That lap was a really good lap, man. Good job.
I just feel like Cale Yarborough running around here. Maybe Darrell Waltrip in 89. Buddy Baker in 73. We'll go one more time around. We'll pit and see where our tires are as we're completing lap number 5. Biggest thing, you got to stay off the wall. I think that's obvious. That goes without saying, but As these tires wear, we're going to be closer and closer to that wall, especially on the turn 4 exit. We're going to pit in right here. .60 miles per hour. We were way too fast entering.
All right, fellas, here we come.
Let's check out our tire wear. Come on, exit that race car. And that's the old Smith & Wesson this evening on the 87. So 96 and 97 on the right side. About equal tire wear all the way around. And again, that was just with 5 full laps. So yeah, tire wear is going to be crucial. Going to be absolutely crucial. Troy Thompson, boys, good evening to you. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 drivers at the moment. No heat race. At the moment, no heat race. We got about 10.5 minutes of practice remaining. Buster Malcolm with a 43.4. Was this bringing the noise? How did Buster run that? Perhaps new tires and a draft. There we go. That is Mark Barcelos. It was not. No, it's Richard Robb. I'm sorry. I'm used to that 49 being on the Barcelos car. Proletariat Race. This is a Yellowstone National Park paint scheme. Got the Grand Prismatic Spring overhead view. Lovely race car. Dead pedophiles don't reoffend. That's a good point. That's a good point. Interesting. Moving on. That, of course, is Richard Robb in the Ameritron 49. Buster Malcolm in the 102. That 79 Waffle House machine, of course, is Aaron Allman. Yeah, buddy. Bringing the noise tonight. What is that? Oh, it's a Buick. That's a Buick. Good-looking Waffle House entry. The Tim Hortons, that, of course, and that Thunderbird is Alex Kroenke. The 49 Plum Crazy. The Super Bee, that is Mark Barcelos. It's a good-looking Dodge Charger. It says Charger on the front. Yep. That's a good-looking piece. Mark Barcelos. The 25 is Dirty Dan Taylor. 57 again is Alex Kroenke. This 51 is Sean Royer in the Tracker Boats at a Monte Carlo. It is a Monte Carlo. A little Morgan McClure action. The 8 car is Ryan Ingenda. There's my Smith & Wesson Thunderbird. Okay. Let's get out here and do a little more practicing. Alrighty. The Cards are on the way. That's true, Michael Johnson. Very true. The Cubs lost today. Thank you, Cincinnati Reds. Cards are getting ready to first pitch it here in about 5 minutes. They're down in Texas playing them Rangers this evening. So we got the truck race recording. Got the St. Louis Cardinal baseball game on in front of my monitors. And we're going 60 laps here in just a few moments. Yeah, right on, JC. Same here, man. Yeah, these things will blow over easily.
Outside. Clear outside.
Good looking Charger you got there, Mark.
Kind of against the laws of nature, turning the Thunderbird into a Charger.
It works for you.
Sorry about that. You're good, buddy.
Whew. She's a bit bouncy. actually a really good job on converting that Thunderbird into a Charger. Once we get started racing, you kind of don't even notice the humps.
Outside. Still there. Clear high, clear high.
That is full throttle through 1 and 2. Let's make sure we can go full throttle through 3 and 4. We can be down on the bottom in 3 and 4. It's less bumpy down here.
Really good lap right there. It's really good. I don't know what you did, but keep doing that.
And bumps want to throw you up into the wall.
Yeah, buddy. Let's get this thing down to 55 miles per hour. Oh, man, that did not. Not even close.
Here we come, guys. We are 10 away.
Only going to be about 25 laps on a run of fuel, so we'll be on pit road. That is for certain. Let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 competitors. Need 20 to run a heat race tonight. So, still got room for 2 more before we have to run. Or no, scratch that. Still got room for 5 more before we run a heat race, but still got room for 2 more before all the race credit drivers get their race credit back. That may not make sense to you, but it does in my brain. It does in my brain. Mark Barcelos. I set it for focus on leader. Let's go most exciting. I thought he was leading the charge. Oh, we got Tim Setzer in the OSTP machine. Yes, sir. Now, the bad news is iRacing is getting rid of all the legacy tracks, the older versions. And I'm going to hate that because I do love Daytona. I love this backstretch seating. I love the formation of the old front stretch grandstands. There's the backstretch grandstands. So we are going to be missing that. Same way with Charlotte. I missed the old turn 2 diamond tower. I sat in those things many a time. Spark Manga, doing really good. Thank you for asking. Yeah, again, my wife had surgery yesterday, had gallbladder surgery. And, man, she's a trooper. Like most everybody's girlfriends or wives. They're a lot tougher than we are, gentlemen. Hate to admit it, but they are. She came through it flying colors. Woke up this morning, said the only thing is sore is really where she had the surgery on her stomach. She's in good shape. Good shape. Had it not been raining all day, she would have had us outside doing some honey-do list. Yeah, Michael, should be a pretty good series. Rangers not bad at all, of course. A little banged up. Jack Leiter is pitching for them tonight. Matthew Liberatore on the bump for the Redbirds. Take my final sip of coffee, my own personal racing fuel. Drinking out of a, it's funny. It's funny, Bruce Lignell with the Yellowstone National Park paint scheme. Let me spin this around. On the hood, I'm drinking out of a Yellowstone National Park coffee mug this evening. Coincidence? Who knows? Who knows? It's a good-looking piece. Our buddy from the channel here, Jamie Huppert, is on vacation right now. He has spent the last 3 or 4, maybe 5 days up in Yellowstone and tweeted out some awesome pictures. Really enjoy seeing those. Yellowstone is my favorite place on earth, and I think it might be Jamie Huppert's now. All right, it is about time we go racing. Does not look like we're going to have to run the heat race. Got a minute and 10 seconds. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Brandon Green would make 15. He's a race credit entry. And, of course, he would get that back. Dan Taylor and John Creighton are both in here. So those guys looks like they will get that back. And we'll add Brandon Green and make it a 15-car feature. Good-looking piece, Bruce. Good-looking piece right there. Jason Marshall, what's he in tonight? He's in that Tim Richmond car. Let's take a quick look as he goes around the Daytona road course. Love the old T.G. Shepard's Folgers machine. It's a Rick Hendrick car from back in the day. Ryan Ingenda, of course, in the Kodak entry. Aaron Allman, we got him in the Waffle House machine. Timmy Setzer in that beautiful Pontiac. Eric Winkelspect in the number 24 car. Richard Robb in the Ameritron 49. Buster Malcolm in his 102. Sean Warrior we've seen. The Tracker Boats. Alex Cronky in the Tim Hortons. Again, Jason Marshall in the Tim Richmond. Dirty Dan in the Pennzoil car, of course. John Creighton, he is going to be piloting the Budweiser number 66 tonight. There I am again in the Smith & Wesson. We saw Bruce Lignell's Proletariat Yellowstone National Park. Plum Crazy. That is a Mark Barcelos entry. Aaron Allman again in the Waffle House and Timmy Setzer. That's our 15 cars. All right, gentlemen, we have 15 cars. That is not enough to run a heat race, so let's bounce out of this. I'll get the feature hot. We're going racing here in just a couple minutes. Same password, 3 for Dale tonight. And again, Brandon Green will join us. Let me go ahead and grab a photograph of our 14 cars in here and Brandon Green. And that's going to give us our 15 cars for our feature this evening. Give me one moment. Bring that up. Exit out of that. And we'll get her going. We'll share our screen here and take you through the process. Must withdraw from the heat race. And we'll load this feature in. I'm going to select that Ford Thunderbird. Come on. Let's go take a look at this one. Put that password back in, which is 3 for Dale. Good deal. We'll start that baby now. 10 minutes of practice, 2 laps qualifying, 60 laps on our feature event. Again, everybody's got 75% and 2 additional sets of tires. Did that show a 3 or 2? That's 2, okay. Thought that one had an additional set of tires. Like, that'd be cheating. And that would have been the Ford Thunderbird. I thought it had 3 sets of tires. My bad. Did not. It did not. All right. Double file restarts. Don't want to do single file. We'll do double file. Restart zone is not an option. 3 green, white checkers if needed. Yellows are on Lucky Dog and wave rounds. We're going to go race. Let's go race at 3 o'clock sim time. Let's go 3 o'clock sim time. We'll qualify it at 2. Forecast. Let's do a different forecast here. And it's 78 degrees under partly cloudy skies. C-Class license, 1200 on the iRating, severe qualifying scrutiny. Ladies and gents, boys and girls, iRacers of all ages. This race is in the queue. All right, there we go. So it's floating around out there. Floating around out there. Again, happy weekend, everybody. Tonight is Friday. If you're watching this in the future, again, tonight is Friday. We celebrate the weekends like no other. Always been a big fan of the weekends. Always big fan of the weekends. All right, we'll wait on this race to go live. Again, 3 for Dale as your password. Please do not join us unless you were in that heat room or your name is Brandon Green, who took a race credit to get in, was not in the heat room. We're going racing here for 60 laps, 15 of us. Going to have ourselves a big time. Again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in, spending part of your Friday evening with us as we make some circles here at the Daytona International Speedway, the 2008 version of this illustrious track. Historical track. The origins of NASCAR, some would call it, although that's actually on the beach, in Daytona Beach. Big fan of Daytona. Always have been. Always have been. If you haven't seen the documentary I've been talking about, the Earnhardt documentary, Dale, actually, I didn't realize this, Dale Jr., on his trip back down for the summer race of 01, before he won, he and his buddies drove down a few days earlier, and he went to turn 4 and he got out just to see how he was going to react, and where his dad had died, of course. And things were good with him. Things were good with him. So he's not mad at Daytona International. Doesn't hold a grudge. He goes out a couple nights later and sets the world on fire by winning the, I don't know, I guess it'd been Pepsi 400 at the time. All right, we're all good. Let's hop in here. I'm going to pull that password down. I think most people will remember that password. 1, so I don't forget it, to take it down, and 2, so we don't have anybody who wasn't in the heat race joining in. All right, let's read about the Daytona. All right, it's the same information that we get from the new track. I thought maybe it had some, whatever. No, Daytona was also a first multi-use facility with 3.56-mile road circuit incorporating the infill. We already know that. All good. All good. All right, we will keep track of the truck race, and feel free in the chat if you want to post out who is leading and whatnot. That would be awesome as well. But we do have it being, what do you call it these days? It's, 10 years ago it's called DVR. I don't know what you call it nowadays. Recording, I guess. I am recording the truck race. Love the Nashville Super Speedway. So definitely going to go back and watch that. Of course, we got the Xfinity race tomorrow night. We got the Cup race on Sunday night, so no racing here on Sunday night. Not sure about tomorrow night. We probably will race. I'm not afraid to watch a truck and Xfinity race on a DVR recorded version. Cup race, I love to watch live, though. Love to watch live. Yeah, the Rays are on fire, Jason. They are absolutely on fire. They're in Houston this weekend, I do believe. The NASCAR cards I sent. Oh, copy that. Thank you very much. My bad. Thank you again, Michael, for that. Yeah, Alex, it's my understanding on the last developer update they were talking about getting rid of. Apparently, it's just too much to maintain, is what they're putting out there. So I think all of our legacy versions of these tracks are going to go bye-bye, which is unfortunate. This one's a classic. I know a lot of people love running this one. Could you get rid of old Pocono? Yeah, that's not a problem. Get rid of some of the tracks that just aren't great. But now this one, I would fight to keep this one. We were full throttle all the way through. Didn't get all the way down to the yellow line by design. There's one big major bump down there, car bottoms out on. try our best to stay off of that. So with Brandon Green, we should have 15 drivers this evening.
At 25, get us the fastest car on the track. 43.74. Alright, well, we just crashed. Looks like it.
Try to get out of the way.
For power here. Your guys, be ready. Be in your positions here.
So that's what happens when you try to go through full throttle. Cars don't come around with you. Yeah, JB, that's, well, they've not said specifically Daytona. They did announce in the latest developer update one day this past week, or maybe it's late last week, that all the old versions of the tracks they're going to have to get rid of. Allegedly too hard to maintain type of situation. But I'm with Cronky right there, as you may read. I would love for them to keep this track. I think this one is... Yeah, no, they won't get rid of Auto Club. There's not like a legacy version of that one. That's just straight up Auto Club. Not going to get rid of that. Not going to get rid of the tracks that are currently used in official series. From the way I read it, they're just going to get rid of, say, old Pocono and stuff like that. Old Texas, which I think is the best Texas. We'll see how far it actually goes, but they did put that out there. They did put that out there that they're going to get rid of the legacy tracks. So we'll see. We shall see. Where's Brandon Green right there? Head of the table. I don't know what that is, but I like it. Let's go find Brandon Green's car. We have not got a view of him yet. Where is Brandon Green?
The car is like trying to stop an ocean liner.
Yeah, the brakes ain't as good as they are nowadays. Although I would argue, I don't like the brakes.
Yeah, I don't know how the heck Rusty Wallace drove one of these up to 240 miles an hour.
Boys,
but that's just nuts.
That's a beauty. Dang, that's a good-looking piece. Yeah, that's definitely a tribal chief-looking car. No doubt. Good-looking piece right there. Brandon Green. Too bad he wasted all that artistic talent on a dang Monte Carlo. But it is what it is, right? It is what it is. I guess not everybody's cut out to drive a Ford Thunderbird. But anyway, should be 15 guys. I don't think we have 15. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Missing one guy. Let me see who that is before they hop in. Should be able to identify this one pretty easy. Timmy Setzer, are you back in here? Timmy Setzer is not. Looking for Timmy Setzer this evening in his number 43 car. We'll see if Tim gets back in here. But Timmy Setzer will be the driver we're waiting on. Again, if you have just fast-forwarded and checking it out, I've been watching the Dale documentary on Prime Video. Got the urge to run some old Daytona in these cars. Man, all the old classic footage is just something else in that series. If you haven't seen it, I highly encourage you to watch it. It is really good. Lots of fun. Whole lot of fun. A lot of information out there. A lot of stuff that I didn't know. But it is good stuff. Also started today the newest NASCAR Full Speed, more or less a recap of last year's championship playoffs. Through the first 2 episodes, it's good too. A little bit less Denny Hamlin than it was in the first season of that show, so I'm liking that. I do love the fact that we already know the results. Joey Logano wins that championship. All right, boys, got 30 seconds remaining. Well, hopefully Timmy Setzer can get back in this evening. That's right, Spasm. Race number 2 coming up now. Jerry Bynum, everybody. Good evening to you, JB. Get ready to get after it here for 60 big laps. I don't think Tim's going to race. He's not in yet, and we are 6 seconds away unless he hops in during qualifying. The trucks have hit the track in Nashville. Probably going to be Boringheim. Possibly. We'll see. Ooh, Jerry Bynum's at the rodeo, not racing tonight. That's what I'm talking about. Tetley, good evening to you. All right, there we are. There she is in all her glory. Let me get out here and go ahead and just qualify. I'd like to get an aerial view of this track. Now, iRacing did say as they remove these old tracks, your replays from the older tracks will not work anymore, so if you just have an old replay you definitely want to save, you might want to come up with an alternative.
Got penalized, right?
Son of a gun.
Remember the blend line? We're going to have to do a pass through here.
Ain't doing no pass through. We're going to start all over. Let's try this again. Even pit exit is super bumpy. You see the old patches of asphalt. I think lap one's going to be our hot one.
Green flag.
I'll try a second lap, but I think lap one's going to be the hot one. I'm able to be 206, get up 206 heading into 3. Was not able to do that earlier. All right, see where I check in at. Ah, that lap was hotter. 44.377.
That's 10-4. All right.
It's good enough for P2 at the moment.
Quit doing that.
I'm going to try to get an overhead view of this track. I don't know. I love it. I went to my first Daytona 500 in 2005. That was a Jeff Gordon victory. I've been to, it's either 4 or maybe 5. I can't remember. But I sat in the backstretch seats one year. That was Ryan Newman won that year. I don't know, just a big fan of this racetrack. Always have been. And I really like the backstretch seats. Got Lake Lloyd. There's a shopping mall there off of Turn 4s. And usually a big, like a flea market out here in Turn 1. Anyway, just awesome racetrack. Awesome racetrack. A lot of good memories there. I did have to suffer through a Jeff Gordon win in 2005.
Yeah, it's way better than that IndyCar without that post in the middle.
All right, we got about 8 seconds remaining, and John Creighton has bested me. He's at a 3.70, and Jason Marshall at 2.98. All right, so we should be 15. Yeah, we've got our 15 drivers in. Check out the live stream. Everything is good and cleared there. Let's make sure we're sitting on a 16.1. Tire wear, man, is going to be huge. It may be a retro type of night, but that doesn't mean Chris Stapleton can't sing our national anthem.
And the whole
You daggum right. We'll get Dale Jr. to fire us up here.
Drivers, start your engines!
Okay. Starting P3. Should be in contention. Should be in contention. Hey, Vaping Bachelor, I need a button past. Yeah, boys. Actually,
like say hello to all of our supporters.
I've had that before, and I got a copyright warning. It wasn't a copyright strike. I need to go and cut it up a little bit. I basically played the entire. Actually, Matt Coker played it one night too, and still got the. So I've got 2 copyright warnings about that. So I just need to go and pull the audio out of it and maybe set it to some music. Yes, JC, I was at the 05 500.
We have 2 sets of tires.
And I've been to 4, I know, maybe 5. I cannot remember all the years.
5 off, and we're rolling.
Myself and my brother, man, we have been to over 100 cup races alone since 2004. Big fan of the NASCAR. Gentlemen, as we roll off tonight, we have 60 laps here. We have a faster pair, 75% fuel, 2 additional sets of tires. There is no restart zone for this one. We will have double foul restarts. Wave rounds and lucky dogs are on.
All right,
those are not era appropriate, but we'll use them anyway. I think that's all for the rules. Yes, that's all for the rules. At the moment, there are no specific race prizes for this race. If anything comes through, I'll certainly let you know. I want to thank everybody for joining this wonderful Friday evening. Hope you have a great weekend. And as always, best of luck to all competitors. I could not agree more.
Hey, you know when this will stop is when y'all start laying down some rules.
That's a fact, Jerry Bynum. That is a fact, man. Need some rules around here. Could you imagine running this the week of July 4th, 12 o'clock or 11 a.m. start at 95 degrees? That's good stuff. Hey, Wayne Rodriguez. Michael Gahagan. I've been to over 100, yes, cup races since 04. That is a true statement.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Fly back in that seat. Get something to drink. Get ready to go here.
How about DW bringing us to the green this evening? I'm going to predict a couple early cautions.
All right, man. Pace cars off. Give them hell.
It's time to go racing. And they're coming off the turn 4. The flagman has got the flag in the head. And here we go. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, boys.
Outside. Still out there. Clear. Outside, outside. Still outside. Still out there.
There'll be a lot of single file racing. I hope anyway.
Outside. door outside. Still there. Still out there. Still outside. Clear outside.
Gonna hear and see a lot of cars in the wall. Hey, Stock Racing.
Straight cash, homie.
Hey.
Straight cash.
Are you kidding me? What we got? George Buck, everybody. Son of a gun. You're too kind, George. You're too kind. Thank you very much. Drivers, this just in, courtesy of George W. Buck. $5 going out to our top 3 finishers. George W. Buck. Thank you very much, George. So you finish on the podium tonight, you win a prize. George Buck. Thank you very much, sir. Do appreciate it.
Wow, good lap.
And this tri-oval, as these tires start fading, man, we're going to see a lot of slipping and sliding through the tri-oval.
43.497.
Tires will fade.
Outside. Still outside.
George Buck doing it for Dale tonight. You dadgum right.
Outside. Still outside. Clear. Good job.
Got a wreck behind us. Will that bring out the caution?
Outside. Still out
I think
there.
it was a single car incident. I'm not sure.
Still outside. Still out there. Still outside. Still there. Still out there at the quarter. Clear outside if you want it. Outside. Still there. You're clear, clear. Outside. Still outside. Clear.
Yeah, buddy, George. Again, thank you very much. As these tires wear, you're going to see basically a 1.5-mile style race where we're out of the throttle. I've already braked a few times heading into these corners.
Leaders are running 44.689. Outside. Still there, man, outside. Still there, door outside. Still out there.
Riding an agenda up in the wall in that Morgan
Clear.
McClure Kodak machine.
The Daytona 500 would be so much more prestigious if it was still racing like this.
That is a fact. Which the pack racing draws the TV viewers and the fans. I get that. But man, if you actually had to drive the track at Daytona, holy cow. And that's what we're doing.
Outside, clear high.
Manage tires. Manage the corners.
Outside. Door outside. Door quarter clear. Outside. Still outside.
I can't come off of 4 full throttle.
Clear high, clear high.
Sean was to my outside and I would have put him in the wall. About did anyway. Over 20 laps still on the fuel. Might sound crazy, but we are braking at Daytona. Just trying to manage these tires.
Inside. Quarter inside. Clear on the bottom.
So much fun.
Fastest guys on the track are running 45.422.
Looks like we got a little action going on behind us. A few cars back. Tell everybody else's tires are starting to fade, mine included. Brandon Green, who's always good at saving tires, you can bet he'll be up there.
Still inside. Still inside. Still inside. Clear. Inside.
It's not able to keep
Clear.
her off the wall.
Clear.
Working lap number 15. We're going to be 1/4 of the way through here, Spasm. Car wants to turn hard to the left in the tri-oval.
Watch that apron, Mark.
I'm going to have to enter the tri-oval a little bit higher. We have a lap car. That is a dirty one. Dan desperately needing a caution. $13 laps away from fuel. Give us about 31. That's halfway.
So you know, fast guys are running 45.687.
We're 3 seconds slower than our qualifying times right now.
Caution,
Oh, we're
caution.
going to put it out for the first time.
Save us a little here. Nice and smooth. Cool your tires off. Get your fans up.
Put it out!
The road is closed. Get behind at 102. All right, we need to be behind at 79.
Not bad. Not bad. 20 laps. I'll let Aaron Allman by. Waiting on the 79. Waiting on the 79. Come on, Aaron.
Line up behind the
I think he's going to
102.
beat it, EOL. You get slamming the wall again.
God bless, man. Can you cue your mic, please? He's not cueing the mic.
He towed.
Copy.
Push car middle back.
God bless. I'm a half a lap off, waiting on the 79.
You better go, Tim. Police car's way in the back.
Your road's open. There's a truck on the bottom here in one.
Let's go catch up the rest of the field. Again, we've only got 3 total sets of tires. No way I'm going to entertain an idea of running on these old tires right now. But I am going to take care of this set a lot better than I did that run. So I'm not putting another set on until about, because we'll have to pit again. Maybe lap 40.
All right, gentlemen, here we come. 10 away. 5 away. At your mark now. Come on, buddy. Turn in, turn in. Nice and easy here, guys.
Too far forward. Back it up. Back it up. Back it up. All right, stop right there. Perfect.
Just a little shot.
72 on the right front, 88 on that right rear. 84 on the left side, 89 on the left rear. Very, very slow pit stops.
Go, 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 go.
20.5 seconds.
All right, buddy, we only got 1 more set of tires left that we can use. You'll be lining up behind the 66.
I'm going to assume everybody else put on tires. I think I did a decent job even of saving my tire. I may not have, I don't know. But I was conscious of them. Aaron says it's probably it for him. Going to call it a night. Understood, understood. I hate you had some misfortune. No way to get the laps. I'm about to lose back. Have a good night. You take care, Aaron. Congratulations on that win at Pocono. Yeah, you're right, JC. These cars are pushing like a son of a gun. And again, it's all because of the tires. I came out 4th right there. I don't know how. I even overshot my pit stall. Oh, I should have came down and top. Nah, I'm good. There ain't no way anybody can make it from here to the end.
1 to go. You're on the outside, it looks like.
We're going to be 31 laps on a run of fuel at best. I'm not taking tires again until maybe lap 50. Unless we have a caution on the last third of the race, maybe lap 40. Oh man. More tornadoes in Georgia and Kentucky. Kentucky's been hit hard this spring. Really hard. Got Diamond Racing teammates here. Eric Winkle, Specht, and Brandon Green on the front.
Green, white checkers, you said it.
Three green, white checkers. I agree, Spasm, it does. It'll give you a sense of being awesome. A little thumbs up will give you a sense of being awesome. Thank you very much. Spasm's always our biggest cheerleader.
Get a good dry pull on that thing, get those tires cleaned off real well.
The thing you got to watch out for in these cars is missing that upshift.
Pace car's off, bud. Be ready. Green, green, green. Settle in. Nice and smooth.
Like I just did. I was in 3rd.
Inside.
Sorry, Jason, missed the shift.
Still inside. Still inside.
I was in third, went down to second, and I was late.
Clear inside. Meters are running 49.006. Outside. Quarter outside. Still there. Clear high. Working the bottom inside. Clear, clear, clear. Inside. Clear. Inside. Inside only. Still inside. Still there at your door inside.
A little disappointed no one showed up with the Harry Gant Skull Bandit car.
Clear, 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 clear. Inside. Clear. Inside, inside. Still there, quarter inside. Clear, clear, clear. Outside. Still out there. Clear outside. Outside. Still outside. Clear.
Some Bobby Allison. And of course, the Richard Robb.
Ride him, cowboy.
Oh, Lord, how bumpy. Brandon Green behind me is rolling out much earlier than I am in the tri-oval and in these corners. Got to make this set of tires last
And you're faster
a
than I
long
am.
time.
This corner, I'll stay outside.
Man, I'm just riding, trying to play some car. Go ahead.
So you know, fast guys are running 44.995.
We are halfway home.
Almost.
Yeah, I about got it too.
Keep taking care of your equipment too. We're halfway in the race. Inside. Clear. Outside, outside. Still out there. Outside clear. Keep it up, man. Keep working them. You can do it. The interval is 1.4.
Magnificent crowd of about 225,000 people here today. Brendan Green is all over my rear end. You'd expect nothing less from a member of Diamond Racing.
Smooth, brother. Get that rhythm in. The gap, too.
We should start chasing these cats down shortly.
Sorry. Good play.
Yeah, great save.
Thank you.
Pretty cool in turn 4 if you notice. You see the rubber on top of the humps.
So you know, fast guys are running 45.983.
We are nearing that 20 lap mark of the tire run.
Smooth brother, get that rhythm, man. The gap is 3. Outside. Clear, clear.
Coming to lap number 40 of the scheduled 60. We're about 2/3 of the way through.
Inside. Still inside. Nothing out the back. The gap's 4.8. You're clear. The 66 is the leader.
John Creighton has inherited the race lead. Next 20 laps, I'm fairly certain Brandon Green and myself are going to find our way up front. We will be on pit road at some point. Got 12 laps of fuel left.
The 24 is the leader.
Winkelspec now our race leader.
The gap's 5.3.
We're just kind of matching them at the moment, J-Dub.
Yep, that's true. I think we're in good shape, though.
That is 45.711. Doing a good job, bud. Nothing out the back. The gap is 6.5.
Pitting in, 49 pitting in.
Got Bruce Lignell? No. That's Sean Royer going to pit road.
Car is pitted behind you. Nothing out the back, man. Keep it up. The gap is 8.1.
Yeah, we have lost contact with those guys. Got 8 laps of fuel remaining.
Doing a good job, bud. Nothing out the back. The interval is 9.8.
Got some stuff going through my head right now that I may try. It does not involve 2 tires.
Mic check, JW.
I'm gonna hold off a while. But your mic is working.
That's a big 10-4.
I'm good if you are, Greenie. I'm good if you are.
Gonna be pitting about 5. Working the bottom. Still there. Meters running 45.716. You're clear.
You're ahead of me, so I'm going to
Here we
stay on
go,
the inside of you.
10 away. 5 away. At your mark now. Turn in, turn in, turn in, turn in. Stop on your mark.
I am not taking tires.
Go, 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 go.
All right, let's see what we can do here.
Hold on to it, Richard.
Did you catch it, Buster?
Hitting this time.
Winkle spec coming down pit road.
About a minute 10
Still
penalty.
inside. Still inside.
Yeah, they're real sticklers on that
Good
one
job.
here.
Yeah, he comes in on 150.
Leader pit road.
Got two guys on pit road. That's
keep
John
going here.
Creighton and Eric Winkelspect, I do believe.
6.6.
It was a good race up to there.
10 laps to go.
Thought I could beat up their drivers. Not bad.
You're on.
The 57 is the leader.
All right, I've got enough fuel to make it to the end under green.
That's what it is.
Got to get going here a little bit. The gap is 4.8.
Pit man, pit man.
Pit this time, pit this time.
All right, we got to get going here. The gap is 3.1. Leaders on pit road now. Fast guys are running 55.306. Inside. Still inside. Clear.
I don't think Winkelspect took tires either. Maybe he did, I'm not sure.
Guys, keep on digging, man. Let's roll, buddy. Let's roll. Inside. Still inside. Still there on the bottom. Clear low. Working the bottom. Still inside. Still inside. The 24 is the leader. You're clear. Good job, bud. Get that rhythm, get that pace. Nice and smooth.
We have a late race caution. I've got brand new tires. I don't think not taking tires affected my finishing position.
Still there. Still inside.
I think the leaders also
Clear
did not
low.
take tires.
Inside. Still inside. Clear. Inside. Clear.
Oh, watch that wall. Get off the wall, fella. Crap.
Got the toe knocked out of it. That's that part. Everything alright? I meant with the handling.
Crap.
Got some right side damage.
Yeah, I know I got right side damage.
All
right. That statement about me not taking tires affecting my finishing position, I was wrong.
Find us a little something there. You can do it. The interval is 5.3.
Crap.
Sorry if I pinched you.
Crap, crap, crap.
Good job, buddy. 2 more, man. Come on.
I think I'm gonna finish. I'm probably gonna get lapped. Tried to be too aggressive. I was wanting to take Royer up on the high side out of 4 and stuck her in the wall. Stuck her in the wall.
Guys behind you, catching you just a little bit.
Yeah, I think Marcellus, Rob, and Setz are all going to get me.
2.6.
They're probably a good 10 miles per hour faster than me.
One more.
I'm going to try to hold it right here.
Inside.
These guys can go underneath me.
Clear. Good job. Inside. Clear low. Inside.
Good win. Yeah, Alex,
Still
I'm flying
inside.
tight. I couldn't
And
push
clear.
you. The air was just too much.
Yeah, it's tough on both tires, but good win there, and that was fun race.
Thanks, guys. That was fun.
Nice win, Winky Dick. Nice win. And we brought her home, Tim.
Good race, guys.
Son of a
Strategy,
gun.
Tim.
Son of a gun.
Yeah, I thought
Good job, guys. Good job, everybody. Ron, I'm really proud of you guys.
Yeah, I took no
Yeah,
tires,
good
so I
job,
just
Vicar.
could
You
not
did
get
a
off
good
the
job.
road, like through 1 and 2. It was tough on the apron.
Same here. Yeah, Crunky did the same thing I did, which was no tires, and you saw how slow we were off of pit road. I know Brandon Green probably made up a good 3 seconds on me just coming off pit road. That's something I did not factor in. Should have. Oh well. Fun was had. Fun was had, and a lot of it. And money was won. Money was won courtesy of George Buck. Eric Winklespect, Alex Cronky, and John Creighton all taking home a $5 prize this evening, courtesy of George Buck.
Yeah, I took 4 tires
Yeah.
back there, JW. I should have just took right side.
Yeah, man, you made the right call. I was trying to cheat the system, outsmart it, whatever you want to call it, and it just did not work out. I hit the wall with 2 to go and couldn't get back up to speed. Good stuff, though. Good stuff. I think...
Yeah, I blew it there, too.
I'm going to be able to get off pit road without spinning it.
Yeah, you probably closed a good 3 or 4 seconds on me just getting off pit road. Eric Winklespect, our race winner this evening in that DuPont Monte Carlo. Outstanding and stellar job by driver number 24. Just a beautiful job. I don't know if he took... Wait, did you take 4 tires, 2 tires, no tires? What'd you do there? We can talk...
I took 2 tires. Same as Brad did.
Yeah, good call. So he took 2 tires, 2 right side tires. Obviously, it was good enough to win. And he got off pit road. He got off pit road really well. Was that is Eric Winkelspec, driver number 24 this evening, taking home the checkered flag at Daytona. Now that was a heck of a lot of fun. Tell you what, maybe this summer, which I know it's almost summer, I think we need to put on an old Firecracker 400 in these cars and line it up and do 150 laps? Would that be 400? 160, I think. In the heat of the day, hotter than 2 rats snuggling in a wool sock. Now that's hot, if you can imagine that. I think we need to do that. I think that'd be incredibly fun. Looking forward to the 03. Yeah, boys. Yeah, boy. Absolutely. Cannot wait. Cannot wait, Crunky. I am so fired up about those. So fired up. My tire wear, I finished with a 55 on the right front, 76 on the right rear, 77 left rear, 66. I think I fooled myself into believing, and it wasn't a bad call. Obviously, it didn't turn out the way I wanted. But I'd saved a lot of tires. I was like upper 70s on my right front tire after that on the pit stop. But nevertheless, just not the right call. A couple guys didn't take any tires. A couple guys took 2 tires. Our race winner took 2 tires. Brandon Green took 4, and he had a great finish. Eric Winkelspec's our race winner. Driver number 57, Alex Cronky, finishes P2. John Creighton in the 3rd spot, and the Budweiser number 66, love those chrome wheels. Jason Marshall in the old Tim Richmond ride finishes in 4th place. P5 is Brandon Green. Worked out for him. He and I think we both got behind the 8 ball when we backed off during that second run and purposely just saved too much tire, I think. And it didn't work out for us at all. But Brandon rallied back to P5, good run. Sean Royer had a good run there in that Miller Genuine draft number 51. Timmy Setzer, a good run up to 7th. 8th place is Mark Marcello's, an outstanding job. 9th place is Richard Robb in his Miller High Life, Bobby Allison flavoring. I was able to bring her home in 10th. It was not a pretty run the last handful of laps. Dirty Dan Taylor had a rough go at it. I think he may have been involved in a first lap spin out. Buster Malcolm finished in 12th. Bruce Lignell in the Yellowstone National Park car finished in 13th. 14th, Aaron Allman. And let's see, Aaron again was in this car, the 79 Waffle House machine. And Ryan Ingenda finished in 15th place in the Morgan McClure Racing Kodak number 3 car tonight. Good job. But hey, it's about Eric Winkelspec, driver number 24 tonight. He is our race winner. Outstanding work. Beautiful job. Just outstanding work. All right, that's going to wrap us up this evening. That's going to do it for all the racing. I think tomorrow night we'll run the Cup cars at Nashville. I don't know. Maybe 200 laps. That might be a little much. It may be. Yeah, Spasm. They're a lot of fun. Agreed. Yeah, I agree with you, Greeny. Just way too conservative. I think you and I had the same strategy, and yeah, it was really bad for me. It got you a P5 finish, but I think you were a top 3 car, no doubt. But anyway, look, we had fun. But anyway, that's just the way it goes. Yeah, I love those cars too, Cronky. I really do. I don't know why we don't run them enough. No idea. They're not everybody's cup of tea. I get that. Heck, I know a lot of people don't own the car, but it's not. A lot of people don't just. Oh, all right, 87s. Let's hop in. It's just one of those cars you either love it or hate it. I personally love it, but nonetheless, a good way to end on this track. Yeah, I hope iRacing reverses course and at least leaves some of the more popular ones. I know Daytona would be one of them, and I think the old Charlotte would be a popular one to leave, but who knows. All right, look, John Creighton, John Creighton, Dan Taylor, and Brandon Green will get their race credit back tonight. And then, of course, courtesy of George W. Buck, our top 3 finishers there, will win a $5 prize. Let's go look again. I'll show it off on the screen. Please let me know how to direct this payment. You've got Eric Winklespect with a $5 prize, Alex Cronky with a $5 prize, and John Creighton all taking home $5 prizes courtesy of George W. Buck this evening. 87s on Old Daytona is a day at the gym. No doubt, man. My right hand, I don't know if you all saw me. I was shaking. I think I was off camera. But my right hand was going numb trying to keep that thing turning left. But, hey, it was a lot of fun. It was just a lot of fun. So, George, thank you kindly for the prizes, man. Do appreciate that very much. And that is going to wrap us up. Again, I think we'll run some Cup cars tomorrow night at Nashville. We'll not be racing on Sunday evening. Of course, the actual Cup race is on Sunday evening, so we'll watch that. And not sure how things are going to play out next week for me, but we'll try to run tomorrow night if everything goes well. And we'll tune into that truck race tonight. We'll do the Xfinity race again like tonight. I'll have to record it and have it on here as we're racing. But anyway, I'll use that for racing. Copy that, Winky Dink. Thanks for letting me know. Do appreciate that kindly. And Doc, thank you very much as well, letting me know. I do much appreciate that. Guys, gals, that's going to do it for us. Until next time, please stay safe out there. Good night to each and every one of you. And as always, may God bless you. Take care, everybody.